Submetering has been common in central Ohio apartments and condos for years, and these businesses are not required to follow any of the same guidelines when it comes to billing and other practices that public utility companies are. Now, one resident hopes that this legislation will make a difference. Last May, we met Naomi Pierce.
This is off right now, so we actually have to strategically make sure that we turn it off when we're not using it.
She's a renter in Columbus who gets her electric from AEP, but she pays her bills to a separate company set up by her landlords. When she's had questions about high bills, the Public Utilities Commission of Ohio can't help because she's submetered.
I had to do my own research. When I seen a bill that was over $300, I got online, researched the company, and these apartment complexes, they don't have answers on anything.
Now, nearly a year later, she's glad to see legislators doing something about it.
They don't know. You just see an electric company and that you see a portal where they tell you to pay your electric, and then you get a high bill and you're feeling forced to pay it. So I think being able to regulate it and making sure that tenants and customers, consumers, we understand what we're paying, it would be extremely helpful.
Representative David Thomas's bill would allow the Public Utilities Commission of Ohio to regulate submetering companies. He says the model can save property managers a lot of money.
So the biggest positive is the ability to save money and have that money used in, however the building or the tenants would like.
And that money is saved by the landlords and the property owners.
Yep. So they can buy at the commercial rate, and then that's a big difference between the residential rate. You bring all that together, and then that money could be used in a variety of ways.
While Thomas sees some positives in the submetering model, he says regulation is overdue.
The biggest gaps are essentially this is an unregulated market. The PUCO, and from the state perspective over what even is, submetering, how is it treated by the state, who oversees the billing process, for example, or to make sure that it's being spread among the correct, tenants. There's really a lot of gray area. I think there's a lot of positive, but without state regulation and oversight, there's the potential for some negative actions.
Now, the bills are in the early stages at the State House. So how do you know if you're submetered? One thing you can do is take a look at your lease before you sign it to see who you'll be paying your utility bills to. If you don't recognize the company, you can ask your property manager about it before signing. Reporting in studio, Carla Rogner, 10 TV News.